The city of Zaporizhzhia is one of the largest administrative, industrial, and cultural centers of the south of Ukraine. In most cases, the first tourist object associated with this city is the Khortytsia National Reserve, one of the 7 wonders of Ukraine. There, you can meet the current Cossacks, who we're going to check whether there is life in the old dog yet. But first, we have to meet with the person who knows how to create Iron Man and even more.
Well, we are in Zaporizhzhia factory, and it's not a chocolate factory, unfortunately. It's a steel factory. Let's see how it's gonna look. It's gonna look like NASA, like a real factory. I have no idea.
We'll see. I mean, it's something I normally don't look after, but it might be interesting. So let's have a look inside.
Join us.
Come on.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, welcome to Zaporizhzhia.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Well, this is the full picture of the plant. I will briefly explain how it works. Look, this is the online speed of the metal.
It's quite fast, right?
Absolutely, it's very fast. You will see. And after that, cold coils. That's it. Any questions?
I feel it looks really like a professional screen.
Yes.
So many
It's like
technology.
NASA.
It's like NASA, you know, like a control room right here we are. But at the end, my first question is that what we put on the top of the roof, and then it ends up iron. What kind of metal?
What kind of metal on the roof?
Yeah, what we put firstly, and then we...
Not actually metal, it's iron ore.
From the earth?
From the earth.
Yes.
Okay. And
It's the first key product, and the second key product is a coke. Coke we receive from coal. Coal, we get coal, then burning in order to burn out all the biological and leave only carbon. And this coke product is carbonized coal, burns the iron ore, and the metal goes through this blast furnace.
and
This
after
aggregate
that
is
we
called-
take that and we produce different other stuff, right?
Yes, we take iron, remove the carbon from iron, and then we receive steel.
Great. So, we are in NASA,
Houston,
in Houston, Dallas, and Tehran. I would like to know again your name, please.
I'm Andrei Akulich. I'm Director of Operational Improvements.
That's a good job. It sounds really like, oh, it's really impressive. And actually, all that info that they can be seen here looks so difficult for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, but I think you get a clear view, like when you explain, like there you have the iron and you do, so it makes it a bit easier probably to understand the process.
The graphics are really cool, right?
Yeah,
It's quite
so
understandable, but
It's nice, but of course
I feel so small here, you know, all I've had done. So, let's go, guys, and explore more about our new NASA environment.
yeah,
We sound like that.
it's still yes.
definitely on how the water flows, how the fire burns, and how another people works.
Yeah.
So when you see on the hot metal, the two items get inside the hot metal flows.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is amazing.
Failed coils and a pieces of equipment. Is absolutely new, absolutely environmentally friendly.
That's
there is zero emission into atmosphere and into water. That's really
super
cool.
good. So this is the final product.
This is the final product.
Yeah. Cool. So we saw it from the very beginning, and now we saw the final.
Actually, we just end our exploration in the factory. How do you feel?
I think it was super cool, because when we first were in the NASA room, I kind of felt like, okay, this feels like school, and you're sitting and trying to understand. But when we actually saw the full process of how this iron transformed to like different stages, I thought it was super cool. Like this mass suddenly becomes steel in that fast amount of time also.
It was so surreal to be in a place like that. It was like a movie scenario, you know? Really cool. Thank you so much.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It was like
a steel factory.
Yeah, really interesting and different compared to all what we have seen so far, right?
Yes, of course. But it was very, as I have said before, super impressive. First I was a bit like, you know, seeing the NASA room, I was like, oh, this is going to be a lecture, and I'm not super excited. But when we saw the whole process, it was really cool.
Yeah. Actually, for me, it looked like how factory is gonna look in the future, all that stuff. It was quite cinematic.
I can agree on that, because I like the mechanics, like how everything just like everything like a process there, a process there, a process there. Everything just happened and quite fast. So I'm pretty impressed by this visit, and I didn't think I would be.
Me too. So guys, keep on and let's go to explore more.
Yeah.
Follow us.
Follow us.
Well, here we are. Actually, we are in...
The island of Hortica.
Yeah, it's a really great island and really symbolic and important for Ukraine. What I meant that 300 years ago, Cossacks were settled down themselves here, and actually they created their own democratic state. Yeah, it was, they have their own rules, they have their own laws. And it could be said that it was the first democratic constitute in Europe for the time being, and really important for Cossacks. So we are here to see
How they lived at the time.
Yeah. So follow us and check how it worked. We have to say that Cossacks' life wasn't so easy. I mean, people here used to live only men, and in their theory, their Cosmo theory, has to do more with being brutal, be independent, and work out more your body. So it wasn't an easy thing to live as a Cossack. You couldn't even drink at all because you're gonna get punished.
Yeah, severe punishment.
Yeah.
You were drunk.
It sounds quite hard, but it worked. And I love their haircuts and their costumes, the way they got dressed up.
It seems like they were kind of a proud.
Proud and brutal and really muscular. You know, like I'm here and protect you. It was like that. So they seem quite proud, but the happiest for me and maybe for you too is that during our day here, a film production took place, shooting production. So we are so glad to see real costumes and how they lived in a way. So do you want to join the film production and just watch? I know that we could not record, but we can see and then we can talk about that to you.
Maybe we can be part of that.
Yeah,
Get dressed
do I look
as
like a
Cossack.
real Cossack? You know, like with my earrings?
You do.
Actually, it has to be said for Ukraine people, that island is really, really, really important. So what I mean is that for them, since Cossacks created the first democratic state here 300 years ago, it's a kind of symbol for them. It's a great honor for us to be here.
Yeah.
I feel. Did you feel like that?
Of course, it's part of their history, so it's very interesting.
So guys, don't miss out to be here. It seems really nice and peaceful. And you're gonna see even the architecture of the buildings here are really old and really, I can say, picturesque. You know, it's from another period. So let's go and check out our new exploration. So, we're gonna see a traditional choreography of Cossacks, Cossacks, sorry, and dancing and making that warrior
We're gonna
stuff.
see their like fighting abilities and their connection, relationship with their horses.
But we have so many bees here, so that's why we're doing
we are
like
a bit
that.
afraid of bees, that's why.
Both
Haven't
of us were
noticed.
kind of allergic,
It's
so
really
so it's not that we try to copy them, we just don't want the bees
We
to
need a
have.
sword for bees.
So let's find out how it looks, guys.
Yeah. Come on, let's join.
Шановні, а зараз наші козаки покажуть вам такий невеличкий тренувальний двобій. Як запорожці тренувалися, як вони вдосконалювали свою майстерність володіння шаблями. Та й взагалі. А от як же ж запорожці розважалися на січі? Готові, козаки? Готові? Ну тоді до бою, брати!
Подуріли!
Молодці!
Добре!
Ото бачите, якщо вчасно не зупиниш, ще й порубають один одного розбишаки. А от якщо казати про майстерність володіння шаблями, то запорозькі козаки казали. Майстерність володіння шаблею – це вже тоді, коли шабля стає продовженням твоєї руки. Тобто це як поєднання з твоїм тілом. Саме тому за допомогою цієї шаблі зараз я на руці у нашого козака Палія розрубаю ось такий озерок. Але вам усім одразу треба зрозуміти, шановні, якщо вчасно не зупинити шаблю, протягнути її хоча б трошки далі, насправді його можна не тільки травмувати, або навіть і покалічити.
Нова рука відросте.
Як завжди.
Ой-ой-ой. Мама. А чому?
Забрять.
Проти натовпу вона діюча, але не діюча проти однієї людини у двобою. Чому? Ну погляньте уважно. Але якщо натовп ворогів обступає Котигорошка з Довбни, то уявіть, що буде ворожу. Макіта!
Well, guys, we had this nice opportunity to see whole choreography from Kazakh people, traditional one, with planes and...
Yeah, we get a taste of the fighting skills that are well known. So it was...
in a humor way.
Yes, in a theatrical humorous way.
It was really fun, and actually it seemed that they were really well educated, and their body structure were really good in order to make all that warrior stuff. And as we read about that, that was their main stuff.
And they have a great sense of humor, as we could see in the show. And the horses, oh my God, I mean,
they were so obedient, and like they followed them. They were the leaders. So,
having a great bond.
guys, yeah, keep on and let's explore more. Follow us.
So we are outside this museum.
Yeah, its name is Phaethon. It sounds Greek for me. I think it's a Greek name for sure, but I'm not sure if they're taking the name from ancient Greek mythology. And it's a really nice place because you can find here more than 150 cars, really seldom, and old cars, right?
Yeah, it's a retro museum, you can say that. So you find like old cars, old military vehicles and such things. And this museum has the biggest collection in the whole Ukraine.
But the cool thing with that museum is that most of the cars that you can find inside, they could still walk on. So they took place in different exhibitions, car routes and everything. So
and this
it's really
museum
cool.
is 11 years old. And it's been, they have had like 150 exhibitions already during this 11 years, so it's quite a lot. So, shall we take a look inside and see what we can find? Come on.
Actually, we're inside that museum. It looks quite exciting, and here's our guide. My name is Dimitrios. Nice to meet you. Vyacheslav. Oh, great.
And
My name is Vyacheslav.
my name is Jana. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and he's gonna be our guide. So let's trust him and follow his path. Yeah, let's go.
В этом помещении началась первая наша комната, в которой помещался музей. И все это делалось не для того, чтобы кому-то показывать, а для души, для себя. Музей разрастается, людям это нравится, люди оставляют здесь свои положительные эмоции.
So nice idea. And do you own all the cars? Is that yours or is that the donations or do you buy that cars?
Нет, машина это все принадлежит участнику, это автомотоклуб «Фаэтон». На сегодняшний момент у нас больше 250 единиц техники с мотором. Здесь много автомобилей разных стран, разных производителей. Германия, Франция, Англия, Советский Союз, Америка. Есть машины, которым уже за 100 лет. Очень редкий экземпляр. На его восстановление потребовалось 2,5 года.
Every car, it's here like it's brand new. And you have tried a lot to do it, or you took it and it was looked like so brand new from the beginning?
Это кропотливый труд наших ребят.
Oh, really? But it looks amazing. That's Chevrolet?
Да, Chevrolet.
It's my favorite brand, Chevrolet.
Вот есть Астин. Это лондонское такси.
Yeah, it's obvious. I can understand. Look at these cars that we're gonna follow and see the path. They look like Woodstock cars. The colors and everything look from 60s. I'm not sure about the date that they created, but it's like we're in a Woodstock film now.
Yeah, really like old.
Look, the colors are perfect.
Сейчас, когда начала мода на металлик, вот эти серый, да, машины стали больше безликие, чем они вот такие были.
So nowadays, it's. Do you like that metallic color took place? No metallic color. You prefer that color, right?
Дорога не должна быть скучной. Можно идти дальше туда.
Let's go to another hall.
Вот это перед вами самый старый в Украине автомобиль, который может ездить по дорогам. Это ГАЗ-2А, 34-й год выпуска.
And it used to be for war situation or an ordinary car?
Нет, это обыкновенный грузовичок. Называют его полуторка, потому что грузоподъемность у него 1,5 тонны.
How do you find cars? I mean, all black cars, they know that you are here and people bring you here their car and you buy them, or wherever you find a car, you buy it?
По-разному. У каждой машины своя история, и если на ней останавливаться, то возле каждой нужно стоять минут 20.
A very long story. Each car has very long story and not the same way.
Вот это вот легендарные запорожцы, которые называли горбатыми из-за формы кузова. Этот выпускался в 60-м году, этот уже в 63-м.
So nice colors.
Вот эта машина без пробега, это миллионный запорожец, выпущенный на Запорожском заводе. Салатный тоже, это 2-миллионный.
Oh, many millions here, right? Many millions.
А вот этот бежевый, он самый последний запорожец, выпущенный 15 июня 1994 года. Вот эта желтая машина, это Таврия, это проект Нью-Горби. Ее сделали здесь в Запорожье, но она в одном единственном экземпляре.
I love this yellow. Could I have the keys and go for a ride? Thank you so much for the guide. It's like a ride in history, and people might be really lucky that you like to collect all of the cars and give a really effort to do that. So you're great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, actually, guys, we are in an end of the episode. We have this lovely guide here and travel us back to history, as we said.
Yeah.
The whole episode, so much up and down. I mean, a great diversity of things could happen in one day in Ukraine at the same place. So, keep on watching us. Thank you for everything. See you in the next episode. Bye.